Met Gala is tonight in New York City. It's known as fashion's biggest night with some of the world's biggest stars in attendance.
But just a few months ago, an Iowa artifact was on display in the city. KCCI's Olivia Tyler tells us how a bottle in Ames got shipped to the Big Apple.
So it was only really a little bit.
There's only a little bit left in there, yes.
Egyptian blue is the world's oldest known synthetic pigment. It was first used more than 5,000 years ago, according to the Smithsonian. Ancient Egyptians used the color in art, religious objects, and even King Tut's tomb. They mixed minerals and chemicals with heat to produce the unique hue.
Egyptian blue had been one of those things that had fascinated folks for a very long time, you know, the vibrance of the blue and not actually really fading and things like that.
The Romans and the Greeks got it from the Egyptians and used it too. But the process of how to create the color was never recorded, and eventually the blue was lost.
They were never able to really produce that color again.
That was until George Washington Carver came along. An agricultural scientist, inventor, and educator, the first African American to attend Iowa State University, and the man who rediscovered the famed blue color.
Everyone knows him as the Peanut Man, right? And that's been his big claim to fame. But with that, he did a number of other things. And one of those things was direct tie back to this pigment. According to folks at the Met that were experts, that is Carver's handwriting.
Wow. Last fall, the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City was planning an exhibition on Black artists and ancient Egypt. The curator at the Met learned about Carver's rediscovery and researched if there was a bottle of the blue anywhere. He was directed to the Iowa State Special Collections and Archives.
With it being the Met, we were very interested, you know, being able to share that history with the greater world and with, represent Iowa State.
This would be the first time the university loaned out a Carver artifact.
We worked with them to set up a time when they would send a courier to pick the box up that they had, store the vial in, and then take it back with them to New York City, put it on display there in the exhibit.
The archive says while the exhibition was open earlier this year, thousands of people came to view it.
The fact that he was able to work and try to recreate this was significant in just the history of mankind itself.
The bottle's now back in Ames after a trip to the Big Apple, where tonight's gala will pay tribute to even more Black history. But it's an Iowa connection to ancient history because of the experiments of a formerly enslaved man who happened to find a home here at Iowa State. In Ames, Olivia Tyler, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.